Amber. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the lighting. Still figuring that out. So it's been a while. Not as long while as last time, but took a little bit of a mental health break. We're back. And yeah. Um, so I have some movies I need to review. Because I am so behind, but I'm still gonna do it because there's some I'm choosing to do and some I'm choosing not to do just because I really want to do my review on them. And then others I'm like, it's okay. So first, first, today we are reviewing Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This movie. Okay, I'm gonna step on everyone's toes and I'm gonna say that I did not like the first movie as much as everyone else did. I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. I didn't think that it was the best Marvel movie I have ever seen. But I did think it was really good. Um, but that being said, I did not like it as much as everybody else in the world did. And I did watch it very late because that's how I end up watching Marvel movies that I'm not that interested in. That being said, I was very pumped and very ready for the second one, especially after knowing the significance of what this movie was going to mean, not only to, fans and to the Marvel franchise and everything, just because I felt how epic this movie was going to be. And then I watched it and it was so, so good. I I just can't believe how good it was. Not to say that I didn't think it was gonna be good, um, but compared to all the hype for the first one, and I still didn't really like it. And then the second one, coming out, and there being even more hype, I was very very happy with the results. And yeah, we're just gonna get into the spoilers. So I'm terrible with names, so we're gonna Google it. I have it right here on the side. Um, but basically, T'Challa has died, and I remember that one. Didn't know why I needed to look it up. And he passed away from this mysterious illness that he got right after Endgame. It kind of feels like maybe he even had it during Endgame. It was very hush hush, and obviously they did that to kind of like he they needed a reason why he passed away in this movie, because he had passed away in real life, and so I think that the way that they went about it was very well done. And then there were certain little things where I was like, okay, there's something more that needs to be said here. But then once we got to the end, it made sense. Like when the mom was trying to communicate to, I'm gonna look up the name because I'm so bad. Is it Kiri? I think it's Kiri. Shiri. Okay, please don't. Okay. Anyway, um, so she was like, "There's something I need to tell you," and then it cuts off, and I'm like, "What?" The movie ended, and I was like, "What did you need to tell her? Like, what is going on?" Um, and then the movie ended, and we get to the end scene, and I'm just like, "It's a baby! Oh my god!" And then the fact that I thought that these two, okay, throughout the whole entire movie, I thought that these two had broken up, him and his girlfriend. I thought they broke up, and she went and did her own life, but she was taking care of their child. Oh my god. And the mom had met the child, and he probably went and visited them, and that's probably part of the reason why she also left. It just was it makes sense. Oh my goodness, because how sad would it have been if they broke up, she never came to the funeral, and it was just they have a little kid and it's so cute, so cute, so cute. But yeah, and I don't know if he plays into the Black Panther role somehow eventually, but it's still so cute. It's so cute. Um, and from day one, I already predicted that it was gonna be the sister that was gonna be the next Black Panther. Um, but then this new girl comes in, and I think it's gonna be her. but it's not her. She's just super cool and on the side and super smart. And I'm like, okay. And then like does this whole Iron Man thing. Like she creates her own suit. And I'm just like, yes, like girl boss vibes. This whole movie, I loved it. I loved it. Um, and you really felt for sure because it was just like she was just so angry at like everything at the world, and she's very liberal and like independent, and like she believes in her own values and very modern, and when the world is like throwing everything at her, she finally just like breaks and is consumed by this vengeance that like completely morphs her character, and we see her grow into this new woman after she figures things out and everything. um but the fact that I'm gonna mess up this name, I know the name, but I'm still gonna mess it up. Ah, okay. Salt. I'm gonna Michael B. Jordan. Hold on. I'm gonna be really bad at this. Really bad. Killimonger. I'm sorry. Nothing against. I'm just terrible with names. I am absolutely terrible, and I know that I have to keep referencing back because that's how I learn people's names in like real life. Um, the fact that he like killed like all like the flowers or the herb that makes like the Black Panther, and like it ended with T'Challa, like, like how were they going to get a new Black Panther? That's like the question here. And then like now it's like they need to. And so the fact that she was able to like recreate, like the thing is like, okay, I imagine these things like 3D printers. I was like, are you like drinking a 3D models? Are we melting wax here? But no, she made like the actual legit. I forget that she can like make like legit life forms, like they have that like technology, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. And so sometimes I want to be like, okay, how exactly are you doing it, because I'm just seeing this thing be done, and I'm like, I kind of want to know more, but then that would kind of like be a little bit more on the nose of like explaining how Wakandan technology works. um but she becomes a new Black Panther, and she sees her cousin, and it freaks her out. But at the same time, like we understand why she's seeing her cousin, because it's like she is becoming vengeful, and he was very vengeful. But I think at the end, like he kind of like apologized and stuff. So there's that. But like in the afterlife, I guess he's still vengeful and everything. So he's over here like basically telling her like what to do and everything. And she wanted to see like her mom or her brother, and she didn't. And it's very important who she saw, because that kind of like is what she's going to use the power for. And she had to like learn like to like not be that, and it ended up being sort of a lesson. The movie opens up with, and there's this deleted scene that I saw on TikTok of basically it's that one government political guy that Shuri ends up saving in the first movie, and he's like pledged his life to the people of Wakanda, and basically he's like telling him, you think it's a good idea, to like share your resources like that. And the end of like the first movie, like I think that's why probably they didn't include the scene, maybe also because of other reasons, because like they had to cut some stuff. But like it would have guessed I would have guessed that it would have planted like some seed of doubt in somebody's mind, or like in the audience's mind, and like they didn't want that. Maybe the movie was supposed to go completely differently. I mean, obviously, because he passed, it didn't end up being something completely different in a lot of ways. So I don't know. But he's saying like, no, I think it would be good to share the vibranium with people, and it can really help benefit like people and the technology and everything. And then fast forward, and it's this horrible thing because people become greedy and obsessed once something like is attainable, and it's like this great otherworldly thing that can like look at how far we've advanced with technology, because we have so many resources, and how people are just like, it's this necessity. And I think like it was a great metaphor for like how things are going today in society. Like, when things become available, like we sort of abuse of these things, and not really recognize how we are taking away from this thing. Like, like we are like building so many houses in the forest, and like, it's like taking away habitat for animals and stuff like that. Like, it's really affecting like their lifestyle and everything. And I think that's the same thing with this. Like, you know, it was going to affect the Wakandans' lifestyle significantly, and they were gonna be left with nothing, or have to like fight for, I don't know, there would have been probably some kind of like political thing or something that would arose from it, because um suddenly they're not the only people that possess it, and that can lead to problems if not done correctly. And I think with T'Challa getting sick and everything, I don't think it was done correctly. And so then they're like fighting to like, defend like their home, and like, keep their vibranium, and protect it at all costs and everything. I think they started like, sharing it, and then like it just didn't go well. And so now they're just like, nope, we're not sharing it. So people are just looking for all the ways that they possibly can to find vibranium, and they ended up finding it in the underwater, like near the other underwater Aztec civilization, like of Talucan. And it's like this whole like secretive world that's been under there, and since they're so power hungry to find the vibranium, they end up finding it, and they end up finding these people that have remained secret for like generations. And so now they're mad, and they want the Wakandans to fix it, because they're like, who you're the ones who exposed the vibranium, and like started like, talking about it to people, and like, saying that you have it and everything, and now it's putting us in danger. And I feel like the main god guy, um like I feel like his heart was in the right place, but he went about things the wrong way. And then like there was like no compromising with him, and like even at the end when Shuri ends up like, beating him and everything, it was just like she beat him, and therefore he was like forced to make a compromise with her. But at the end of the day, he was just like, well, they'll see that it's not gonna work. But then we'll have them on our side, because they'll we'll be battling to protect them. And so it kind of went his way. And so after all that, yeah, like it just kind of like the movie felt like, what was the point, But at the same time, I think this movie really, the point of it and the focus of it was Shuri and her growth and her evolution, and like becoming the Black Panther. And it took her a long time to become the Black Panther in the movie. And like just growing as an individual from a young lady to a young woman, and dealing with just like the loss of her brother, the loss of her mom. The loss of her mom was like so tragic, and she fought to her last breath, like, trying to save her people and everything. And like she was going through it, like they were all going through grief. This whole movie was just grief, and like, growth, and all these different things, and discovery. And so it was just crazy. And then that guy, the political guy, whatever his name is, he ends up like, being found out, and like being sent to jail and everything. And like there's always like this opposing like political side that's just like always against like the superheroes. And and so like he ends up going to jail, and they break him free. All these little things that like are going on there, just like little hilarious moments. And then we we get to the end, and we see like little T'Challa, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, like I I loved that being like the surprise, because it was like the one thing that I was curious about, like what is that thing that like the mom was like not telling Shuri. And then it was just like, you have like a nephew, and he's been like here the whole time, and it's just like it was so secretive and everything. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, she's so cute, and I'm so happy. Like I think just this whole movie made me very like much more immersed in these characters, and um made me just enjoy this whole world even more. And really, I think, understand the first movie a lot more because I just I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. I feel like not to say that I mean I still don't like it as much as like I said, and then I still think this movie is better than that one, but like come on, how is it not better? Um, but yeah, I just really enjoyed this movie. And those are my thoughts. So, really late review, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all real soon. Bye!